Okay, just wanted to present for you the Winkler Knives Emergency Response Tools, or ERT, the two tools that you have featured in front of you today. Before I get into the actual details about the tools, I just want to talk a little bit about the maker, because I wouldn't be doing them justice if I didn't kind of explain a little bit about where they came from, the heritage, and the maker, Mr. Winkler. Daniel Winkler, he's a master bladesmith. He's been making blades for probably since the 80s. He actually made all of the cutlery in the movie The Last of the Mohicans, so all the blades, the tomahawks, and things of that nature. In the late 90s, early 2000s, he kind of transitioned and started making stuff for select special operations units and individuals. And now to this day, that's kind of grown and morphed into his Winkler Knives 2 line. The two tools you have featured here, the Emergency Response Tools, or ERT for short, are part of Winkler Knives 2 line that's designed for kind of military special ops type. There's two versions, obviously, as you see in front of you. The first one, this one here, this is the original, the ERT, and this is one that Mr. Winkler designed for the Air Force, the PJs and the special ops guys in the Air Force. It's called the Air Force ERT, or AF-ERT for short. Just FYI, the original version of the ERT is actually being phased out, and Mr. Winkler decided to go with exclusively producing the Air Force ERT. So first I'll go over the similarities between the two, and then I'll kind of highlight the differences and give you my opinion on kind of the one I prefer. Both of them are 80 CRV2 tool steel, so they're very, very strong. Very sturdy, which is one of the things that I love about Winkler's products, and that's kind of why we focus on a lot of his things. You put them in your hand and they feel substantial. They feel like tools. They don't feel like something that should sit in a display case. Awesome craftsmanship on them, and I mean, if you can see, they're just, I mean, they're beefy. They feel right when you put them in your hands. The length for both of them is 9 inches. And both of them, as you can see at the bottom, include a pry bar. And on the top, there's a flat edge that can be used for a hammer. Glass breaker on both of them. Okay, so finally, I just wanted to touch on the differences between the original ERT and the new Air Force ERT. As mentioned previously, Mr. Winkler has decided to discontinue the original ERT and go exclusively with the Air Force ERT. His reasoning behind that is due to the added features in the original. They require cutouts from the tool, and in his feelings, that decreases the integrity of the tool. And one of the big things about Mr. Winkler is he wants to ensure that he makes tools that will not fail. And with this, you can see without the cutouts, you know, it's a little bit sturdier. It doesn't have the weak points anywhere along it, and it fits kind of better into Mr. Winkler's overall vision for his tools. So the differences are with the original ERT, you'll notice you've got, they both at the top, they have kind of a wrench head. With the original ERT, you've got a 3/4 inch, a 3/8 inch, and a 1/2 inch size slots. With the new Air Force ERT, you've got a 3/4 and a 1/2, so one less option there. But again, you'll notice on here that's kind of less surface area that's taken away from the tool. Then also, you know, the big elephant in the room obviously is the screw bit. The new one does not have the screw bit, obviously. And you know, that's kind of, you are losing a little bit of capability with that. But again, a tool like this, somebody who carries this will not exclude somebody from carrying a Leatherman. So chances are you would probably still have, you know, this capability with your Leatherman or your multi-tool, or, you know, some other aspect of your carry. So you're probably not giving up a whole lot in order to gain, you know, more strength here with the new version. So that's pretty much it in regards to the ERT. If you're interested, hit us up at sapgear.com. Once again, that's sapgear.com. We do have a couple of the originals left still. If you do want one of those, they're not on our website any longer, but you can shoot us a DM on Instagram at Stately Asset Protection. That's our IG handle. Or you can shoot us an email at statelyassetprotection@gmail.com and get in touch with us and see if we still have any of these in stock. Again, thanks for tuning in, and stay dangerous.